Hey guys, welcome back to City Government 101. Today we're sitting down with Debi Headley. Really don't know how to classify you, Debi, because you do so much. There's really a lot. I come into your office all the time and I say it's number 5 other duties. It really is. And so, really, you are the City Hall administrator and you really champion our social media and have really done a great job at that. And so, let's kind of talk a little bit about that. What does our social media look like? Because there's a lot to social media in the city of Russellville. Kind of share a little bit about that with me.
There is, and actually the funny thing is I think that looking out at what other cities do in their social media, we do something really different. A lot of cities have one social media page. You will go to the city of Denver, and they will have everything about the city in that one page. The city of Russellville, we actually have 9 pages that we do. That. So we have our City Hall page, which is sort of a catch-all. So I share a lot of things that are going on throughout all of the other departments, but 8 of our more public-facing departments, they all have Facebook pages. So if you wanted to just see what's going on with recreation and parks or public works, the airport, the aquatic center, you can actually go out and take a look at their specific Facebook page, and it's just all about them.
Okay, so there's a lot going on there. How do you orchestrate all of that? Because if you've got all of those different pages, are you managing that? Is it a partnership within those departments and you, or what does that look like? And you mentioned a little bit about City Hall catch-all, so if you got all these other departments, it's kind of hard to figure out, what you pick and choose and what you put over there. So that's just a constant battle, I would think.
It is. We have a couple of departments, our fire and police, they have a dedicated social media person for those departments. But I really coordinate with airport, public works, recreation and parks, and animal control. And really, we sort of tag team. So we really work as a partnership. So I may call them out on a Monday and say, okay, so what do we have going on this week? I might go out and take pictures. Terry from Parks and Rec, he might be out at the soccer field, there, and send me pictures of the pickleball courts. And then I may post it on his page, or they may post it on their page. So it's really kind of a team effort. But one of the things that we really are focusing on this year in particular is making sure that our public-facing departments are posting at least once a week. So we're really enhancing our social media for Public Works, Parks and Rec, Animal, and for the airport.
Okay, so you talked about this year, and so I have to mention this. We're filming this in 2025. And so we don't know when this is going to be viewed, because this is going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on our website. Also, website content is part of that social media. One thing that is dear to you and I both is animal control. And I know you love the fur babies as much as I do. And so tell us the importance of how social media plays in that animal control world.
Well, they really do an amazing job, and they do a ton of stuff out on social media that I don't think people even realize. They will post out their pets of the week. So they'll do a highlight of a dog or a cat that they're really wanting to adopt out. They actually go out and take a look at other Facebook pages, and they see, if somebody has lost a dog, they may be able to go into their shelter and see if that dog is actually in their shelter. They also, if you've lost your dog or cat, if they've gotten out the back door, animal control will actually share lost dog. And a lot of times they are found because of animal control actually helping to get that information out and letting people know.
Cool. Yeah. We've done videos with Mike Vernon with animal control, and I didn't realize that they did all of that with their social media. And I know you work closely with them, and we really do adoption. You really push that a lot because we really want to reunify and rehome. They're two different things. We reunify the pets that are lost, but we also rehome pets that don't have a home. So it's very important. So that's a great thing. So, when I first became mayor, one of my goals was to tell a better story, and you have really championed that and really done a great job with that. Kind of tell me what that looks like and the purpose behind that, and what you feel, what that means to you.
Well, I think one of the things that when you came on that we really wanted to do was to have better communication with the public, to really give them updates and let them know what is going on in the city and to create better transparency. So I feel like what we're really doing with social media is just trying to get as much information out as possible. So a few weeks ago or maybe a month ago when we had snow, we will send something out on social media to let them know, hey, listen, our public works department, they're out, they're going to be pre-treating those roads. We need y'all to stay home because they're going to be working around the clock to clear those roads. Or a few weeks ago when we had some flooding and, we were letting people know you're going to see some road closing signs and follow the cones because our team is out there trying to, eliminate some of these flooded areas. So I really feel like we are doing a much better job of just kind of notifying the public of things that are going on. And I really think that the last 5 or 6 months, one of the things we've also done is added announcements on our meetings. So every month, at the beginning of every month, we're going to announce when are our city council meetings, when are the agenda prep meetings, when are our commission meetings. All of these meetings are open to the public. So we want people to come to the meetings. We want people to get more involved. It's an opportunity for their voice to be heard if they want to speak up and talk about a topic. So I feel like really letting people know where they can go to kind of meet with the council. Yeah. We started mornings with the mayor in the fall, so letting people know this is once a month where you can come talk to the mayor. You're going to give people updates on what's going on. They can ask questions about whatever concerns they have. And so really trying to give a bit more of a voice to our citizens.
And I think the council as a whole has that same vision. I think we really have a great council that's really approachable, accessible, and want to be, and you touched on that. All of our meetings are public. There's no behind the scenes meetings. There's no meetings that aren't public. You're welcome to come to any meeting. You're welcome to watch any meeting. If you're not able to, you're welcome to listen to any meeting. There's so many different options. And so telling that better story, and that is good. Like you said, we're trying to be more transparent because there's so many good things. At least you and I see those. And the problem is I don't think everybody doesn't have access to those things that we do. Yeah. And we get to see some of those. So how does it make you feel to be able to share that and make those things more accessible to people?
I love it. I mean, I really, since I knew nothing about city government when I first came here, and I've learned so much. And one of the things I love is when I go out, whether it's a public works project or it's Parks and Rec or animal control, I learn so much about them. But what I really love is that they want to tell their story. They want to tell me this is what they do and why they do and how they do it. And what I've gotten from this is our employees care so much about the city. They really love being public servants. They care about the city. They want to do the best job, and they take a lot of pride in what they do. And I feel really fortunate that I get to help tell their story, because that's really what I feel like I'm doing with social media is I'm telling the story of the people who are really working so hard to create a better quality of life, in all of our departments. So I think that's probably the best part of my job.
So you're kind of giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the people who are actually the why behind what they're out there doing. And there is so much. I mean, in this series of videos that you and I have done with department heads, we've learned a lot. So, and we talk about telling a better story. And on social media, there is some negative. There is some negative, but our job is to tell a positive story. Unfortunately, there are some negative things that happen, and we don't dance around those, but we do try to tell a better story. We try to tell the things that are very positive. One of the things that really you when I first became mayor, you kind of got thrown into the fire of a 15-month oven called the 2024 eclipse. Yeah. You really and I think without having this conversation with you, I would be doing an injustice. So really, for 15 months, you worked tirelessly to get us prepared for the largest event that happened in the city of Russellville. And social media was a huge part of that. Kind of give everybody a little bit of an insight to maybe that 15 months, and then also how social media played a role in getting us ready for that event.
Well, it was the biggest event that I've ever been involved in, and I did a little bit of event planning before I came here, but nothing on the scale of this eclipse. And I have to say, it was the most fun project I think I have ever worked on, because we really got to work with organizations throughout the city and the county and even the state. And I will say this, our social media presence in April, we've never had a month like we had in April. And we got a lot of new followers, from out of town and out of state. So I think our social media really kind of blew up. Because of the eclipse, not only leading up to it, but really that month was just crazy. And yeah, it's just continued to grow.
It was exciting. It was exciting to be part of that. But then we have so much more exciting stuff. It's great for us to be able to share what's happening in Russellville and with all the people. And like I say, you and I get to see the people. We get to know the people. You get to go out there and take pictures with them. You get to visit with them. You know them. But it's cool to get to share their story. Is there anything that we're missing that we haven't talked about when it comes to social media, or anything about that?
No, not really. I mean, I will say that, we do have, like I said, we have 9 Facebook pages, but the City of Russellville and the Aquatic Center also both have Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So if you're an Instagram lover, you can also check the City of Russellville out on Instagram.
And we're also going to have some YouTube presence, because we're going to have some of these videos are going to be on YouTube. But you're also part of working on the new. We're in 2025 again. We're working on the new website redesign. Working on, and we're also going to have a mobile app coming out. And so lots of exciting things that really you're having to be part of, because you're going to be the content that you're creating is going to drive to these other platforms.
I think that's really going to be exciting, because you're now going to be able to go on the website and you're going to see our Facebook feed right there. So now when you go on the website, it's going to look different when you go there. It's not going to be the same page every time. So it's really going to be a very dynamic website. So I'm super excited about the launch of that as well.
That excites me a lot as well. So we are sitting here in 2025, and these videos are going on YouTube, and they're going to be out there for a little while. Really, as I'm thinking, what is social media going to look like, in a year, 2, 3 years down the road? Because really, we look, and there's AI is just it's quickly, I share stuff on my own personal Facebook with my family, and my daughter's like, "Dad, that's not real. That's AI." I'm officially that age. So where do you see our social media going, or is it even too hard to think about?
I think that technology it changes so quickly that it's impossible, I think, to predict. I just know that I'm taking every day is, how can we be better today than we were yesterday? How can we be better in 2025 than we were in 2024? And so I think that really, for me, creating more partnerships with the department heads and really focusing much more on their individual pages is where I'm kind of keeping my focus on this year.
Okay, and that's good. And like I say, we're constantly, I know you and I are both constantly trying to figure out, going back to that first part of this conversation, we're constantly trying to find new ways to be transparent. We're constantly trying to find a new way to get information from our office to the end user in the community, because we know not everybody's going to read the newspaper, not everybody's going to be on Facebook, not everybody's going to be on the radio. We're trying any and every way that we can to try to get the good things that are happening, but also the cautionary tales of like, hey, don't drive through the water, don't get out when it's snowing and icing. So we're trying to get every direction that we possibly can to get information out there.
Yeah. And I think too that, we talk about social media sometimes and there's a lot of negative, but I honestly have found that by far what we get is so much more positive.
Yes.
Than any little snippets of negativity that we get. So
yes, that's awesome. So hey, thanks for visiting with me, and thanks for all you do, because our social media has grown, and I can't wait to see what it does, and especially as we add this new website and that new transformation, and also really upgrade our YouTube presence. It's going to be exciting. So, hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me and Debbie, and check us out. Like I say, we got all these city websites out there, but she really is City Hall of Russellville, and then my Mayor Fred Teague page. And then, like I say, YouTube, and be checking us out on the cityofrussellville.org. you're going to be seeing some really cool things happening there. So we'll see you guys. Thanks.